You put your left nut in, your left nut out.
Why are you putting your nuts in there? Oh, God, that sounds horrible.
You never done that before?
No, I can't say I have, no.
I mean, neither have I, but dude, you're weird.
Yeah, I'm the weird one. God damn it.
Hello.
And welcome
to Max Level Games.
How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's instalment of the Max Level Games podcast. I am your host, James Walters, alongside the man, the myth, and the legend, Liam Malkin.
Thank you, sir.
For those of you who don't know, this is a weekly...
or semi-weekly, depending on the days.
Yeah, it's true. Podcast where we sit here for about an hour.
Usually we manage more, but let's see how we go.
Yeah, we can try. And we just talk about games, comics, films, anything and all things.
That tickled your pickle.
The pickles will be thoroughly tickled, especially today. We got a shitload of news.
Oh, aye.
It's worth mentioning that this is a mature podcast, as you just noticed, because we're cussing. We're cussing. And you're likely to hear some choice words, as we're not the kind of people to sugarcoat things, unless those things are donuts.
Aye.
Yeah. So, you've been warned.
Balls, tit, fanny, cunt.
There we go, see?
Sorry.
Fuck it. Hello. Welcome back, Liam.
I know. I feel like I've missed my home away from home. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you mean because I feed you when you're also here as well?
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I do give you food.
Yeah, you do.
I don't just
feed me.
chain you to the chair and say, "Talk about games."
You're going to do this. I don't wanna.
Secretly, if everyone goes back and listens to the previous episodes, they'll just hear a subtle chain rattle every now and again. That's Liam trying to break out of his confinements.
He's let me on a chair now. It used to be a cage.
I know. And this chair is a cushion. You be fucking thankful for that.
I mean, I'm into the BDSM scene, so, I'm being chained up.
Of course you are.
A little bit of caged animal. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Well, in your week absence, Liam, or should I say 2 weeks for you?
Yeah, 2 weeks for me.
Yeah. What have you been playing?
Mainly. The newest edition of Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero Live.
Guitar Hero Live.
Which you borrowed off me.
Yes, I did.
You did.
As poor.
I'm happy to lend people games.
Don't say that. We'll have like 10,000 messages. Hey, bro, you still got that God of War?
No, I've actually got... To be honest, I did a tally the other day of how many disc-based games I've got. It's fucking minute compared to online these days. Oh, and back in the day, I was like, I hate the online thing. I'd rather have a disc in my hands.
Yeah.
But then Sony keep putting out some decent sales. I'm like, yeah, but that game though, for like £3.
You are, me and you like the complete opposites, aren't we?
Are we?
As in the type of like, I hate online, but I'm going to buy every game online.
Oh yeah. Well you wouldn't like that.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I love online, but I'm going to get the disc so I can borrow it to my friends.
Well, unfortunately, not all games have disc versions.
I know, it's a shame.
Guitar Hero does, and it has a guitar to go with it.
Aye.
You like it?
Oh, I loved it.
I know you and me played it a few times together.
Me and you played it a few times together, and you know me, I love it.
I love rhythm games.
What I found with it was the new way the controller's set up.
Yeah.
It's no longer, in case people don't know, it's no longer the 5 buttons anymore.
5 colourful buttons.
Yeah, which...
The rainbow fret.
Yeah, which everyone was used to.
Mm-hmm.
They've now changed it to having 3 buttons on the top, 3 buttons on the bottom.
Yeah, black and white.
Yeah.
I think black's on top?
Black's on top.
I don't know.
I mean...
I'm not getting control in my hands to say this, but
yeah, I think it's on top.
Either way, one's on top, one's on bottom. There's only... Well...
That's what she said.
Well... And there's like 3 of them.
Unless there's 3-way.
No. But do you think it's easy enough to get into? I mean, obviously, like you said, you played it beforehand, but cast your mind back to the first time you played it. Did you think it was awkward or like?
It was awkward getting used to it
because it's something new.
It's something new. It was just awkward trying to get used to the pad in general. Personally, I think the only thing that gave me an advantage was being able to I'd say a novice at playing guitar.
You can actually play instruments.
I can actually play the guitar.
I can't, obviously, but
so
you can.
Sort of having that hand-finger coordination.
I think it's it's hand.
Yeah,
it's hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
So so having that hand-eye coordination and having musical rhythm as well.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of. It was easy to transition.
I'm gonna put I can't even speak yourself now. I'm gonna put a fucking thesaurus. Oh my god! Oh no, my insole has just fallen on itself. A thesaurus right here from now on. It's gonna get a little book stand standing right there for you. Just flick through.
Just every once in a while, you just hit with it.
God damn it. Be there for half an hour. Have you seen how thick they are?
Yeah. Going through page at a time.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
But have you played anything else besides Guitar Hero?
Yes. I went back to an old classic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, cast your mind back to 2003 to 5.
3. We have it on screen.
Yeah.
We know what date it is.
Yeah, I genuinely forgot.
How could you... Whatever. Carry on.
Just ignore it.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Cast your mind back to 2003.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Young Liam.
Young Liam.
Innocent. Playing Spyro. Crash.
Sorry, the innocent part.
I was innocent.
There was a time.
There was a time.
And then this game came along.
And this game came along and completely fucked me up the arse. Made me it bitch, and I fell in love with it. I got what's that when a person falls in love with the capture? Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm
I ended up getting Stockholm syndrome for this game. Honestly, it hurt me in so many ways, but I loved it.
And this game is
the one, the only, the game that's been banned from most countries in the world. Manhunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of Rockstar North's early games.
Oh, what a legend
Well,
the game was.
I'd say early. They were making like GTA back on the PS1, weren't they? Was that Rockstar still or someone else?
I
honestly
don't know. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
I don't think it was Rockstar.
Literally, as far as I'm aware, at least best of my knowledge, the first Rockstar Grand Theft Auto game was Vice City. First of my knowledge. Or was it 3?
No, it was number 3. See, I'm not sure. I think it was 1, 2 were designed by a completely different company.
Yeah, because they were the top-down ones, weren't they?
Yeah, and then Rockstar sort of bought them out, bought the game, and was like, well, let's make it our own. Let's change it.
Then 3, yeah, because I remember 3 was open world, wasn't it?
3 was an open world where you could, with third person, and give it basically what it is today. Mm-hmm. So that's how that came.
So it was around that time they made this game.
Yeah. So, you know, when they were going through the violent teenage angst period, Rockstar decided...
Is it still as graphic as like people remember it to be?
No.
As I was gonna say, compared to like modern day like
compared
gore
to
levels and violence and shit, is it still that bad?
It's still bad.
Well, yeah, it's probably still bad. Obviously,
it's still bad, but it's not like as bad as people used to make. I think it was more the realistic ways of being able to kill people.
Yeah,
that put people off. Like playing video games, you used to be able to, it was like you hit someone with a stick and they'd die. You know what I mean?
Or you jump on a mushroom and it dies.
Yeah, and it dies. And it was then it was like, no, well, fuck y'all. I'm gonna put this plastic bag over someone's head and watch them suffocate to death.
As you do.
Or I'm gonna use this piano wire and cut someone's head off.
Garrot them.
Yeah, and it was just like
early Hitman days.
Yeah, it was like, damn. No wonder today's generation's fucked up.
I'd argue we're pretty desensitized.
That's what I mean by fucked up. We're quite
Fair
desensitized. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, God, we were going. I don't know about you going through school. We had lads showing us videos of people being beheaded, and we laughed at that thing.
Oh my God,
we laughed.
I can't say I did that, but
okay, I went to a bit of a fucked up school. Okay,
clearly,
yeah, but you know, we giggled and we laughed. It was like, oh, that's funny, that you know.
In that exact same voice and way, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it was that deep. Like it would be more like year 7. So it'd be like, that's that funny, that you know.
I can't picture you with a high pitched voice. I can't see it. I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine it. In fact,
you want to imagine a 12-year-old me?
Only on the weekends.
No, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
you don't want to know what I think about.
Last time I heard anything about Manhunt, it was Zero Punctuation review of it. Do you know Zero Punctuation? No, it's a great series. I'd say look into it. It's just a review series, but
yeah.
And he mentioned how the controls were wank.
Oh yeah,
the controls wank.
They are absolute wank.
Yeah,
like compared to how fluid it could have been, and how fluid it should have been to execute people.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say that.
No, I get what you mean. They might get what you mean.
Yeah, it wasn't as fluid, and it shouldn't have. It was harder than it should have been to actually kill someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very clunky. It was very off-centered, if that's the best way to say it.
And there was an element of stealth as well, if I remember. So I imagine
certain things, yeah.
The clunky controls didn't help very well.
No, you ended up turning more into just this brutal, all-out murdering rampage fucker.
You were like, solve the stealth, stabby, stab, stab.
Yeah.
basically.
It's
Oh,
like
that's fair.
it's like any type of stealth is optional in this game. Fuck it, Rambo.
Basically, yeah.
Why go stealth when you can run at 100 miles an hour and get through it?
Yeah, that works. So that's all you've been playing then, just those two?
Unfortunately, due to work, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I've only played 2 myself as well. One I finished from last week.
No.
The Ratchet and Clank game, All for One.
Yeah.
I still say the AI is a total wank stain. Honestly, the amount of times a puzzle would come along and I'd be like, okay, I need to do this. Hopefully my AI partner will realize it needs to do this, and it didn't. And I was like, ugh.
You understand? They're going, come on.
Yeah. I feel like honestly I would actually enjoy the game more if I had another person to play it with, but at the same time I also don't want to put anyone else through that game. Because at the same time it's not awful, it's just not what you're used to.
Yeah.
Even Q-Force, which I've said is a tower defense game, at least when you're playing it, it feels like Ratchet and Clank. You're just doing tower defense things.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Because I'm going to get onto that next, actually, because I finished this now.
Okay.
But, I mean, I've not played it yet. I mean, that's what I'm going to play next, is Q-Force. Because that's the one game in my Ratchet and Clank repertoire that isn't actually finished, which is depressing. So, yeah, just that, really. Awful one. And as I say, not awful, but...
Not the best.
No. I'd say, if you were to rank all the Ratchet and Clank games that have released, it's definitely at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah. And I've not played some like the 2 handheld spin-off games in a long time. But as far as I'm aware, they still played pretty decently. So, yeah. But the other game I've been playing, and this is an interesting one for me, Liam, because this is a game that I had never given any sort of time of day to.
Oh.
And I'm actually genuinely surprised how much I enjoyed the game. And I'm more surprised I'm actually decent at the game as well. I know, that's the worst part. I was like, because like when you first play it, the controls started to seem a bit dodgy, and I was like flicking through the manuals, like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
But as soon as I picked it up, I was like, yeah, you're dying.
You're getting it.
Yeah.
You're my bitch. You're going to make me coffee in the morning.
Basically, yeah. And that's Twisted Metal, the 2012 release on the PS3.
Mate, that was just, even back in the day for the PS1 and 2, as you recently told me, I thought it started off on the PS2 and it started off on the PS1. The old games were amazing.
See, I'm kind of curious to go back to them, but at the same time, I feel like it'd be ruined for me in the sense of the mechanics and gameplay on this one, being the latest edition, are sort of polished to a nice, controllable manner. So I feel like if I go back when they're a bit clunky, it might be like, you can't ruin it for me.
I mean, from what I remember, because it's been a good few years since I last played it. Yeah, that's not the best of it.
Yeah, it's just, there's some weird choices for controllers as well, because like accelerate is square rather than like X or R2.
Yeah.
Excuse me. To reverse, you have to double tap circle.
Yeah.
You brake with circle, then reverse by double tapping it. Turbo is double tapping square, which half the time I end up turboing by accident.
Because you're panicking to press it.
Yeah, because I was just like keep accelerating all the time, and I didn't realise I was double pressing it, so I was using up my turbo, like, fuck. So, yeah, things like that. And then like the jump and attacks and all this kind of thing. There's some vehicles on that game that are totally useless, some that are overpowered as fuck.
Yeah, but you always get OP weapons in games.
I know, but it's like when you have to fight against them.
Yeah.
I've not finished the game, unfortunately. There's only 3 campaigns. I've just finished 2, about to start the 3rd.
Aye.
But I will say, there's one fight. There's a boss fight on this game. At the end of each campaign, you have a boss fight.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this second campaign's boss fight is missed. You know the list where it's like the top 10 hardest boss fights in all video games?
Yeah.
How the fuck was this not on the list? Alright, because here's the scenario.
Unfortunately, Twisted Metal was never a popular game. It was
No, it didn't sell very well, which is a shame.
No, it sort of hung in the shadows.
Yeah.
It was the type of game that, you know, the Columbine Massacre kids would have played.
To get some tips, yeah, to drive through a school with a fucking clown head that turns to a transformer, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
But no, right. This is the boss fight I had to go through. I'll set the scenario for you. So you're on a place called I think it's like Dead Man's Canyon. It's basically a giant canyon run. There's no bars on the roads. The roads are windy as fuck. Very easy to fall off and die. Incredibly easy to fall off and die. You're fighting sort of the next guy you play as, or girl in this case, called Dollface.
Yeah.
And in previous chapters, it was just a big monster truck. You play Sweet Tooth in the first chapter. You fight Mr. Grimm, who's the second character, in a giant monster truck. In the 3rd chapter, you play as Dollface. But in the 2nd, as for her boss fight, she's not in a car or a big monster truck. She's in a giant flying fucking robot, and you're in a car, bound to the road, trying to fight this fucking robot, which, by the way, has shields on, so you can't actually hit her. What you got to do is, there's like a bunch of limos riding up and down the canyon. There's 3 white ones and 1 red one.
Yeah.
The red one's what you want because it's got the clan leader in. But as soon as you take it out, you get to drag her along behind your car going fucking ridiculous speed. So she should be basically a pile of mush, which she's not. Obviously, physics are not this game's best friend.
Oh no, the physics were fucking tight as shit.
No, I mean
about.
I mean realistically, she should have been a pile of ash. She should have been Thanos, clearly. But yeah, so you've got to drag her all the way to the top of the canyon, which has got this truck mounted with nuclear missiles on. You got to wait behind the truck for 10 seconds to grind her up into the truck to fire the missile off.
Yeah.
And then fly at the robot, who's also trying to destroy the missile. You've got to weave and do all kinds of mad shit to get away from these missiles and take her out. You've got to do that twice. Twice. And the second time, the truck's moving. You've got to follow the truck with the clan leader on. Bear in mind, if you leave the white limos alive, they're going to try and stop you. So you've got them cunts hitting at you while you're trying to grind up the leader. The truck's moving.
Trying to grind up the leader.
Exactly.
Man,
you're trying to... Wrong kind of grind. But yeah, I like what you're thinking. And you've got to fire a second nuclear missile at her. Only then can you actually attack the bitch. No more limos or anything like that. It's fine. Thankfully. But you've still got to try and hit her. Her health gets half down, right? And in most boss fights, that's when something major happens. Some kind of new tactic. There's a thing in Twisted Metal called the electric cage.
Yeah.
Where you've got to stay in this cage for as long as and it'll move around. And every time you're not in the cage, you've got a timer that counts down. Now, in normal games, in normal sessions in Twisted Metal, your health just keeps decreasing. If your sort of like allotted time outside the cage runs down, your health does decrease.
Yeah.
In this boss fight, if you're not in that cage, which follows her around, by the way, you blow up and that's it. That's it. You die. You got to follow her around with this cage, which, by the way, is only not marginally on the road. You've got to do some mad jumps to keep inside the cage while keeping with her and attacking her as well. You see where I'm going with? Her health gets to quarter level health and she's standing on the bridge. You just got to keep firing at her, but she's firing mega missiles at you that can take you out like that. And then you think she's done. She comes back as a head and you destroy that, which isn't too bad. But it's just getting to that process.
Back as a head.
The head of the robot just like is like, you thought I was gone? I'm back now. And she starts coming after you and you try and take that out. Yeah, that's the boss fight. And that was on normal mode.
That just seems like the whole campaign.
I know, it's a fucking... Honestly, I can't even like fathom... I can't even put into words how much I was like reading... I was reading through a guide as well. I was like, how the fuck do I do this? Because I thought there must be some way to make the missile go faster or throw a shield up dead quick. There wasn't. The game thinks there is, but there isn't. I tried it. There isn't. So I looked up back at the fucking walkthrough. I was reading through the walkthrough to see what's next and what's next and what's next. I was just like, God damn it. Fuck, no. Why? And then eventually I fucking did it. Eventually.
If we're talking about hard bosses, man, fucking no.
I know. That's what I mean. Like,
I thought Ninja Gaiden bosses were hard.
Fuck this Dark Souls nonsense. Try playing Twisted Metal.
Fuck y'all, Dark Souls. Get some Twisted Metal.
So yeah, that's
And that should be a meme. Just like, oh, you're struggling on Dark Souls? That's cute.
Try fighting Dollface.
No, they're just like, that's cute, and just have Sweet Tooth's face underneath, just like, ding.
God damn it. But no, apart from that annoying boss fight, which the walkthrough itself even said is like the hardest boss fight in the game, so it's like, great, it's all downhill from here. That's fine. I'd still think it's actually really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, as I say, I was actually honestly genuinely surprised that I actually do really like it. And even more so that I'm actually decent at the game as well.
See, because you're not a big fan of sort of car games or shooter games in general.
No, and I've also actually bought another game recently. It's a racing game, Mod Nation Racers. Remember that?
No, I can't say I can.
It was a PS3 exclusive. They attempted to create their own kart racing game, but it didn't sell.
Nah, fair
Which is a shame because it's actually fairly decent. But I picked that up as well because it was cheap.
I have to give it a go sometime.
And then I've got Little Big Planet karting as well, another racing game.
Oh, is that the Little Big Planet's karting game?
Yeah, but yes, exactly like I just said. Yeah. So yeah, and then there's Crash Tag Team Racing as well, obviously.
Oh no.
It's weird. Racing games are not a genre I'd ever considered as being like, yeah, I really like those.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm decent at them.
No, don't get me wrong. I think some racing games I really enjoy, such as like the Crash, the Little Big Planets, and
the mad ones,
the mad stupid ones.
Where you get weapons to destroy people with.
Yeah, like fucking Mario Kart and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to realistic games like
your
Forzas,
Drive Club,
yeah,
all this kind of thing.
yeah, I think that's when you sort of take the fun out of it. Don't get me wrong, Need for Speed for me is still good, even though they tried making it as realistic as possible. It's like, yeah, you've tried making it realistic, yeah, I can still do 150 on a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, didn't the last Need for Speed game have a campaign as well? Were you? Yeah, it didn't.
The last one I played was Need for Speed Most Wanted.
I swear there's one on the PS4 that's like as a campaign in it somehow.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
No, I don't really care either. But yeah.
But yeah,
So that's what I've been playing. That's all my game's done. That's all your game's done. Yeah.
pretty much.
Awesome. News time. Now, as you've already seen, I've got shitloads. I've got loads of news. Like I can scroll down right now live on recording and show you the list of news I've got.
Wiggle damn.
Yeah. A lot of news. A lot of stuff's gone on this week, and obviously there are a lot more news is going to come out this weekend with being E3 and that.
Yeah.
Do you have any news before I jump into mine?
Oh, come on. We already know what my news is going to be. And if anyone who actually follows any type of gaming thing on any social media platform will know my game that I am going to per se right now.
Fallout 76.
Yes.
Yeah, that was last week's. That's old news, Liam.
That ain't old news. That's still news. It's still good.
But did you hear about what it's rumored to play like, though?
No.
Online survival RPG.
Is it?
Rumor. Total rumor.
I hope not, because they tried that with the Skyrim.
Yeah,
And that went to a
the
pile of
Elder
shit.
Scrolls Morrowind, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
that went to a load of shit.
I've heard people like it, but
I just don't see how it's going to work. I mean, people don't buy the Fallout games for online.
yeah, I know.
Fallout's one of them. It's one of them. You go on, you enjoy it, you zone out, and you just basically vegetate whilst playing it.
Yeah, this is all you. This Fallout is not for me at all.
It's one of them. The way I look at it is like, mate, you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Self personally, I don't mind playing the Elder Scrolls, but I prefer the Fallout. Again, that's a sub sort of argument. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like you either like that style of game or you don't. Oh well, you either like Skyrim or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's one of them. So for me, the fact that we all seen how excited I got a few weeks back when that mod got released.
Yeah, Fallout Miami.
Yeah, and how excited I was thinking that was a whole new game, and oh my god, I was so excited to find out it was a mod, and I was gutted, but still happy.
Who knows? Maybe this new one will be set in Miami.
Who knows? 76. Now, if it is going to a 76, now that could either mean the vault number,
Which the Vault Dweller did have on the back of his suit, 76.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is there's definitely a Vault 76 in there.
There is definitely a vault 76 in there, or it could be 2,276. I tried figuring that one out. Then we had one of it.
2,276.
You know what I'm trying to
So
say.
that's fucking hell, what's that like? I can't even think of that numerically in my head right now.
Yeah, try and figure that one out.
Yeah, a very, very, very fucking long time in the future.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. When the nuclear bombs hit in the game, it's most of the times the war was like 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like way off into the future.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah, I get that.
But as me and you both discussed earlier, there's a poster that says 1976
to 2076.
Yeah.
I could be remembering that wrong. I've not watched the
I
trailer.
think it's
since it came out.
2276.
I don't know.
But
Let's say I watched the trailer once when it got announced, and that was it. Because as I say, it's not my thing, but it's just like I knew you'd enjoy it.
yeah,
So,
of course. But yeah, I'm absolutely made up about that. I'm looking forward to it. I've also been looking into other things, more rumour than anything else, which would be The Last of Us 2. Now, I remember a couple of weeks ago we were mentioning about the PS5 and maybe getting released.
Yeah.
There's rumours that Fallout... not fucking hell. I got Fallout on the brain, man!
When don't you?
Good point. You got any bottle caps?
Not on me, no.
You need to get bottle caps.
Preparing for the
Yeah.
eventual apocalypse.
Yous laugh now. I can hear yous laughing, but you know when I'm sitting there just
Ration toilet paper.
flicking out the caps like they don't mean nothing. Yeah, won't be laughing them ways.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe. Around the grave. I don't know. So what's this rumour then? Carry on.
This rumour is that The Last of Us 2 might be a PS5 exclusive and, like, the first ever game.
It might be. I've heard this as well, because I don't know if they even have, like, a window for release yet.
Nope. There's been not on rumour, so when it's being released, it just keeps dropping little hints here and there.
I honestly, the wait until Sony's press conference on Monday is going to be a nightmare for people who are big fans of that franchise, because it's a case of we're going to actually get... It's like they've already said, Sony are going to talk about these 4 big PS4 exclusives they've mentioned. Mm-hmm. So they could... Like they said, they're not going to mention anything about PS5 this E3. I think they'd be foolish to do so. So what they mentioned, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
They're obviously going to mention other things too, but those are like the primary focuses of the conference. So
I'm thinking.
That's the first time we're going to hear about Last of Us since fucking ages ago, really. So
I mean, it's just an amazing game.
it really is. I know that's why the second one has such high hopes on it.
That's what I mean. I just hope it doesn't fall flat on its face.
I know. It's mentioning like high hopes and stuff. I sort of had to cripple my own ambitions the other day, because I was looking at gameplay footage of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, this game's been hyped up for so many years that nothing they can make can live up to that hype.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to like dampen my expectations a little bit.
I'm
gonna think it's still gonna be great regardless.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you are gonna have to sort of
pull back on the whole
hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Slow the hype train a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But enough of that depressing noise.
Yes.
Let's move on to my giant news list, shall we?
Yes, let's start, because this is definitely going to take more than an hour.
Probably, yeah. So I've split it. I wrote it up on the screen. I split it into two halves. Mm-hmm. The first is film and television. The second half is games. So let's go. Starting at the top, I mentioned last week how Hasbro bought Power Rangers.
Oh,
they
God.
now own Power Rangers.
Yes, yeah. And we're going to talk about the film.
Yeah, they're going to make films, which it's one of those, it's a bit of an obvious bit of news. Like, they bought the franchise. Of course they're going to use the franchise.
Yeah.
They've said they're going to make like toys, games, films, all these kind of things.
We're reliving our youth, James.
Basically, yeah. Whether I doubt it's going to connect to the old film, the one that came out last year. But
I can't. I hope not, because
no, I don't. I
didn't like it.
I thought it was decent.
It was good, but it wasn't a Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, it was.
We say that way too much.
Yeah, something's good, but it's just not something else.
Yeah.
I think there's like a whole licensing thing there though, because that's technically Saban's Power Rangers film and Lionsgate. So I feel like the smart money would be to move on from that.
Yeah.
Because as we said, financially it didn't do very well at all. Critically, it was just kind of middle of the road.
Yeah, it wasn't. So, it got too hyped up, in my opinion. It was just like.
It was. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, apart from a few good cameos, as well, that sort of they used in the trailers.
A few. There's 2, wasn't there? Shh. Mate, the film's been out for longer than a year. We can talk about this.
No, just shh.
Oh, because.
No, there's like 2 cameos, yeah.
The same. Well, there's 2 people in the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
1 cameo.
But it's just
is it
like
1 cameo or 2?
No, it's 2. It's one where they're in the diner, is it?
No, that was cut out.
Oh, was that one cut out?
Yeah, it was cut out. They changed that cameo to later on in the film, at the end.
Where
when they get the phones out.
Yeah, and it's
where
like...
Tommy and Kimberly get their phones out.
Yeah.
It's not them, it's just the actors who played them.
Yeah, it's like...
Why just those 2, though? Like, my favourite was the Red Ranger, obviously.
Was it? Don't get me wrong, I did prefer fucking Tommy.
Yeah, that's fair.
No homo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of homo.
All the homo.
Every homo.
Every single one ever. But yeah. So
homo powers, unite!
Back on topic, they're gonna make films, obviously.
Yeah.
I think I've heard somewhere that what most film companies want to do now is they want to make their own MCU style thing.
Yeah.
Big cinematic universe thing. They tried that with the Dark Universe, like the Mummy and stuff.
Yeah.
And that didn't go anywhere because no one went to watch that film.
No.
So we'll see.
It had Tom Cruise in.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But I've not even seen it myself, but I know that there's like an agency that has all the monsters in it. I think it's run by Dr. Jekyll, played by Russell Crowe, if I'm correct.
Dr. Jekyll?
Yeah. As in Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's run by him. Allegedly. I've not seen the film, so I can't say.
I haven't seen the film.
I also don't really care.
It's one of them. It's for me, once I seen that Tom Cruise and I went watching it, he's like the modern Nicolas Cage.
You think?
For me.
Okay, that's fair.
For me, it's like, apart from Mission Impossible, he's done no good films.
That's now that you mention it, none's really jumping out at me. To be
Exactly.
honest. I can name films that he's in, but none that I'm like.
Yeah, there's
worth
none that
a
you
watch.
sort of got, like Jack Reach, for example.
Not saying that.
No, but I'm saying, like, he's in that. It's not something you go, oh, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
It's like, if someone turns around and they're like, hey, have you ever seen Mission Impossible 2? And they're like, no. You're like, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's
Well, it's times are different now. Like, obviously, say back in the 90s and stuff, or the 80s, you'd sell a movie by saying such a body's in it.
yeah.
Whereas now it's like, we have a film idea,
Yeah.
and this person's going to be in it too.
Like, don't get me wrong, the hype of someone being in a film is still a thing, but it's like, the 90s and 80s was where it was like, oh my god, have you heard who's in it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
But moving on slightly to the next bit of news, film, TV news. We have Rick and Morty news. Season 4 has been delayed.
I've been told it's getting cancelled.
No, I believe the guy, I can't remember his name, who actually creates Rick and Morty. I'm drawing a blank right now. I believe he has actually been renewed for 2 or 3 seasons more. But it's a case of he's delaying it so that he can keep it up, if that makes sense. He's keeping the franchise alive by spacing out the...
By spacing it, not just by going, okay, I've got 3 seasons, here's 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's basically like, say in a hypothetical situation, he has 3 more seasons ready to go right now.
Yeah.
Prime ready to go. He's not going to... You can't just dump them all out in one go, because then people will binge that, and then who else wants Rick and Morty? He's sort of like...
Exactly,
gonna go
just
start
die
for a
off
while. Yeah, so he's basically just keeping it going for a while.
Yeah.
To keep it fresh.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. No, he's doing the right thing, in my opinion.
That's all that is. The next bit is... I found this interesting. Rush Hour 4.
Yeah.
It's apparently a thing more than anything else.
Really?
Yeah, because... what was it now? It came out earlier this week in terms of like me making notes of these things. There was a writer/director who said he was making it, but the producers were like, no, he's not.
No.
Because the name escapes me now, but that person has some bad blood around them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Bit of
yeah.
a bad reputation going on at the minute. So when he came out and was saying like, oh yeah, I'm part of the...
Is it M. Night Shyamalan?
No, is he in a bad way right now?
He's been in a bad way since like the 90s.
No, because he made that...
Oh, come on, he made Split.
Yeah, Split.
One good film.
People really liked it. I didn't see it. I've still not seen it. But
You need to see it.
there you go then, see? And then like Shyamalan film, you recommending at me?
One out of how many?
Well, he doesn't make that many, does he? The last thing he made that was awful was Avatar, which I don't care about that franchise anyway, so it didn't bother me.
I mean, it's so bad.
That's why I'm never gonna watch it.
It's him. It's just he's a shit director.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. You roll shit and glitter. It's still shit.
well, that's opinions and stuff. But Rush Hour 4, as I say, it's apparently a thing. That's all I know.
Where are they going to set it this time?
God knows.
No,
To be honest, I've only ever seen Rush Hour 3 once.
that was in Paris, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The only reason I watched it was because it got played at school once.
No, you should watch it. It's a good film.
I've got it. Bear in mind, I've just not watched it more than once. That's all.
No, you should. You really should. I watched it when I was a lot younger,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was still hilarious then.
and it was funny then. And then
now
like,
that we're older, I imagine.
now I'm older, I'm watching it, and I'm starting to get little jokes, like some jokes that are not that are like obscure, just jokes that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And now I understand them. I am howling at them.
I might have to give him a watch sometime.
So
soon.
you should, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to second base with a man.
I don't remember the line. I don't even remember that fucking quote, but just you saying that is funny. The next bit of news is superhero news. The Batman film, which is still at the minute in like a limbo space because Ben Affleck was on it and he's not. He doesn't want to be in it anymore and he does.
I hope
He was supposed to be writing it. He was supposed to be directing it and he isn't again. It's a whole fucking mess right now. But the talk is that... Oh, sorry?
Can't bear him as a Batman.
I don't know. I thought he was decent, you know.
He was alright in
my opinion, he was the one good thing about Batman vs Superman. Because the film was a good dumpster fire, and I liked his Batman, though.
No.
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
I think the only thing that saved that Batman vs Superman was the fact Wonder Woman turned up.
I mean, well, yeah, in a literal sense, yeah, she kind of helped save the day.
Exactly. That was the only good thing about the whole film. It was just like, boom! Strong, powerful lead woman.
Still not seen Justice League.
That's right, sisters. I'm backing you up.
Preach.
Preach is the preach.
Still not seen Justice League. Still not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
No, me either. But yeah, in the Batman film that is supposed to be in the works and eventually will come out one day, the rumored, or at least I think it's been rumored / talked about that the villain of the film, you know, the main one of the main reasons people watch Batman is Penguin.
Well, as long as they don't go for a fucking Tim Burton Penguin.
I've not actually seen that film. To be
Don't.
honest.
I am just going to tell you now, do not waste your time watching it. I watched it as a child.
Danny DeVito, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was so terrible.
The only thing I know of that is the meme that came out of his penguin in costume when it stood next to that Kim Kardashian outfit thing. It's just like, who wore it better?
Obviously Penguin.
Obviously. Yeah,
I think the Kardashians, so they could have been literally fighting, like wearing a bowl of shit, and the Penguin still would have looked better.
That's literally all I know about that film. But yeah, he's said to be in it. No casting has been announced or rumoured. So
See, this is what frustrates me though. Gotham.
the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has got the perfect character to play Penguin.
Oh yeah. He's actually really good. Yeah.
Yeah. But he won't get cast in the movie.
No, it's a different universe, isn't it?
It might be a different universe, but why? If he's already playing a brilliant character, why give it to someone else when he's playing it perfectly?
It's just the thing between movies and films, isn't it?
It does me head in.
Movies and films, they're the same thing. TV show and films.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
It's just how the Flash TV show was doing really well, but then
Yeah.
they still cast a different Flash for the films.
That's what I mean.
So-
That's what really frustrates me. It's like, dude, you're doing well. You're like 5 seasons in. People want to see this character.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck's this guy?
Basically,
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so that's a thing, is Penguin.
Yeah.
And the last bit of movie news before we have a quick pee break
Yeah.
is it's not even so much movie news, it's just news about a movie star. Benedict Cumberbatch was in the news recently because he took the whole role of playing a superhero a bit too literally. Because
He is a method actor.
Is he?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. But yeah, so I think the story goes he was in a car with his missus, something like that. They were going somewhere and he saw some shop owner getting harassed and nearly beaten on like pretty badly.
Damn.
And so he apparently, without even giving it a moment's hesitation, he runs out and starts running over trying to get these guys off him. I don't know if he threw punches or not, but he definitely dragged some guys away.
Well, Doctor Strange when
I know.
Doctor Strange.
Literally, I had this conversation before. It was like, if any of the actors from those films came at you and or sort of who you expected to be in that scenario, you'd think like Thor, because if you saw Thor come over to you saying like, back off,
Chris
leave me alone.
Hemsworth, just like,
Yeah, it's like, back off and leave me alone. You're like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Yes,
I'm not getting my ass kicked by Thor.
I mean, that'd make for a great story in the bar.
Oh yeah, you'd think,
You know what I
that'd
mean?
be a
Dude,
great
what
story.
happened to your eye? I got my ass kicked by Thor.
So basically I tried to rob a guy and then Chris Hemsworth came over and beat me up. Oh my god. So yeah,
I was so starstruck.
and then, physically struck in the face. So yeah, it's like, of all the people you'd expect, I wouldn't have thought,
No.
yeah, so
I
that's why
wouldn't
this
have
story's
thought
quite funny.
Benedict Cumberbatch. How British can you get?
Have you ever seen that one picture where it's him, Tom Hiddleston, and who plays Spider-Man now? Fucking not Andrew Garfield, that's the old one. Ooh. Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom
That's the one.
Holland.
There's 2 Toms. All 3 of them together when they're doing the press tour of Infinity War.
Yeah.
And you can see the London Eye in the background. It's like, how British is this picture?
Yeah, it is. How British is that picture? But no, come on, it's like, Tom. You know what I mean? It's like, Tom, what do you think it is? Other Tom, what do you think it is? And then how British just to go,
But
Benedict.
Benedict. You gotta properly pronounce it as well, haven't you?
Yeah, you can.
Benedict.
Do you reckon he just gets called Ben now?
I reckon he probably does. Or just Cumberbatch.
Or just Cumberbatch?
Yeah, either
or
or.
come on as batch. I mean, sorry, that was my fantasies leaking out again.
Yeah. Speaking of leaking, though, I think it's time we take a short intermission. Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
On that note, we're going to go and pee.
Yes. Not at the same time.
Well.
Ew.
And we're back in the room. So, yeah, you said as we went to pee, not
Yeah.
together, obviously.
I hope it wasn't together.
Yeah, you said there was something else you wanted to mention.
Yeah,
news-wise.
super quick. Now, there's an old film that you haven't seen that I have, and a lot of people, it's sort of become a cult classic due to an unfortunate event. The Crow.
Okay.
Now, people who know the film The Crow will understand the tragedy that happened, which was Brandon Lee, which is Bruce Lee's son, was tragically shot on set.
Okay. Well, like it wasn't a prop gun.
No, it was a prop gun. It was like something weird had happened, and like a bullet was lodged inside the barrel, and then when he fired a blank,
Okay, yeah.
that bullet was projected out, and actually so it was like basically being shot with a real bullet.
Okay, fair enough.
And he died on set, unfortunately, 2 weeks before the film was released. But that film's become a cult classic now. Now there's rumours that it's being remade,
Okay.
and there's 2 people that are being rumoured to obviously play the role as Brandon Lee's role.
Mhm.
One is, in my opinion, not a good suit, which is Jason Momoa.
Right. Well, yeah, but everyone just thinks big beefy action star who's popular at the minute, Jason Momoa. It's the same thing with the God of War film hypothetical that they threw out when the game came out.
Yeah. No, it's just for me. If you watch the original, Brandon Lee's not a big head.
Yeah.
He's not a bit muscle blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you read the comic books as well, he's just this skinny guitar player.
Yeah.
He's not skinny as in like dweeby skinny, but he's not ripped to death.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Just kind of like
bulk. He's just like, yeah, he's a bit more cut, you know what I mean? He's a bit more lean. He's a bit of an athlete sort of thing. But he's a rock star. Plays guitar. And fucking hell, the film came out in 1994, so I ain't ruining nothing.
Yeah.
Basically what happens is him and his girlfriend on Halloween get killed by a gang of thugs. And in some religions they believe that the crow carries the soul onto the afterlife, but something is that somehow the soul's been tortured so badly that the crow will return the body to its victim,
Okay.
allowing the person to come back to life to take revenge and basically just give justice.
Oh, okay. I might have to watch this film.
It's a really good film. I suggest watching it.
Okay.
Forget the others. There's 4 of them.
Who is the other casting rumour?
The other casting rumour is, in my opinion, the better out of the 2, which is Bradley Cooper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't see much of him these days.
You don't?
We hear him as Rocket Raccoon on
Yeah.
Marvel.
But that's it.
Yeah.
But no, see, that now, out of Jason Momoa and Bradley Cooper, who would you say has more of that average Joe rock star look?
Yeah, Bradley.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Apart from the lucky fact they're both devilishly handsome.
I mean, they are both good-looking lads.
Yeah.
I mean, who would you rather wake up 2 in the morning, though?
Well, I think if I woke up next to Jason Momoa, I'd think he's just torn me a new arsehole. If I woke up next to Bradley Cooper, I'd imagine that, yes, my arsehole is still relatively torn by the fact that it doesn't get entered at all. But at the same time, gently loved.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, Jason Momoa seems like the type of person that's just going to pin me head to the fucking pillow. And...
Yeah, he seems like the kind of, like, rough, angry sexer, even though he's not angry.
Yeah, he's not angry, but your arsehole is going to be sore.
Yeah, any part of you that he puts anything on is going to be sore.
Yeah, well, I can imagine like...
Bradley Cooper's been more of a bit of a passionate lover.
Yeah, he's more of a part. He's more the one
More
that's gonna.
gentle
He's gonna kiss your neck. He's gonna caress you. He's gonna say he loves you.
He's gonna do the foreplay, whereas Jason Momoa's like bite the pillow.
Yeah, bite the pillow. This is going on.
This is why people think we're gay.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean, I'd cook Bradley Cooper as breakfast in the morning.
And you'd leave you some money in the tin for a taxi.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's nice like that. Jason just make you walk home.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
I like how we kept the bit going though. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Okay. Right. So,
yeah, that was a bit.
Yeah, a bit. Not like it actually happened. So on to the next half, or rather 2/3 of the big news list this week. I've killed him. I brought him back this week and I killed him. He's dead.
He's doing a solo run next week.
God
I ain't
damn it.
coming back. I'm done.
So the next lot of news is all game related.
Let's go.
Game. What is it? I said game.
Yeah,
Games.
I know. I'm just making
Video
sure
games.
Geese understood we said
Yes.
game, especially after what's just been going on. I want these to understand we said games and not
Yes. Okay.
homosexual
Anyway.
erotica.
Before I get into this first bit of news, Liam.
Yes.
I lent you a game the other couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't finish it, did you?
No.
How come?
It didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game.
Okay. You
I see what they were going with. They were trying to change it up. They were trying to shake it. They were trying to bring life into a whole new...
reinvent the franchise.
Yeah. See, for me, they didn't have nothing wrong with
The way it used to be.
the way it used to be.
It was just too frequent.
Yeah. It was just every year without fail. It was like a needy girlfriend. It's like, look, I've changed. You know what I mean?
Well, you're going to love the next bit of news, because the next Assassin's Creed games has been announced.
And it's going to be Origins. Not Origins, Odyssey.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It was first leaked by a fucking keyring of all things. Like, it was a little Greece Spartan helmet thing.
Yeah.
That kind of helmet. I don't know the fucking mythology, history, whatever. That kind of helmet thing. Centurion.
I think it's a Centurion, yeah.
With the Assassin's Creed Odyssey logo on top. And then basically the next day Ubisoft were like, yeah, it's a thing. It's literally, they showed off like a 20-second video with a guy Spartan kicking someone off a fucking cliff.
Which is just, come on, that's just infamous since 300.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So someone did that and they said, see you at E3 with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But allegedly, there are a few details that have been announced as well. And I've got them here on screen.
Let's have a look.
Choosing your protagonist's gender is going to be a thing.
So you can choose whether to be male or female?
Yeah, so hopefully, what usually when that happens, to me, that means the story's going to be a bit loose. A bit flippant. But that also brings into the next bit where it's going to have dialogue options. So you're going to get to choose, you'll choose how to respond to things, and that will maybe affect how the game ends. I don't know.
Without sounding nasty, this starting to sound like Assassin's Creed going Fallout.
Or Telltale.
Yeah.
They're using all that as well. We already know the setting, ancient Greece, obviously. It's a sequel.
I mean, I am actually happy that they're starting to listen to us.
What do you mean, the locations and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am actually happy.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, some of the settings that they had, okay, were good. Some were a bit...
yeah, a bit like, I
know,
wouldn't have gone for that personally.
Victorian London. It's a good game, but would you really have put Assassin's Creed then?
No, you wouldn't really.
I mean, the best thing about that game for me was the DLC, which was the Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I played that. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. So it's sequel to Origins. And then they've said it'll be out before the next fiscal year, which is basically March 31st next year. So it'll be out sometime before then. I'd say the safe bet is early next year.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll be another yearly release. Because Origins only came out last year. If they release Odyssey this year,
yeah, it's
going
just
to
going to be
like...
another. It's just going to be another yearly thing. It's like maybe they've forgotten about it.
Yeah, they'll think that people have forgotten that we were burnt out on yearly releases of Assassin's Creed. So, yeah, I'd say the safest bet is to release it early next year.
Yeah,
maybe February or January, because the January games are usually quite lowbrow, or at least not very big. So I'd say January is a pretty decent way to release it. Next bit of news is another one of these, like, a website has listed an item that has not been announced, and that's a Borderlands remaster for PS4 and Xbox One. Which, to me, I don't know why this wasn't sooner. I always found it weird that the Borderlands Handsome Collection was 2 and prequel. I mean, I get it, it's to follow Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
He's in those 2 games, he's very much a fan favourite character. But if someone's not played the first one, and I'd argue the story kind of matters for the sequel. Yeah. At least the setup, especially when you meet the player character from the first game. Yeah. I'd say knowing that is important. I don't know why that didn't get remastered sooner, but apparently that is a thing.
At least it's in the works now.
Yeah, well, allegedly. Again.
Allegedly,
like with all leaks and rumours, pinch of salt. Until there's an official announcement, pinch of salt.
Yeah, because look what happens when we try to get excited for Spyro.
Yeah, don't even remind me. All those stupid leaks and rumours constantly. Oh, something's going to announce today. Look at all these fucking eggs we got sent out. Just give us the fucking trailer. And then they did. Finally.
Yeah, but then they give us the trailer and we were that burnt out off all these stupid little fucking hypes that when we watched it was like...
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the game, obviously.
Yeah, you were buying it, but it was just like, yeah.
Now that all that burnout was settled and they keep releasing like these small little gameplay footage, I'm just looking like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking great. It looks so pretty. Oh god. But speaking of another game release sort of thing, I've just noticed these first 3 stories are in alphabetical order. That wasn't intentional. That was a total
oh my god, they actually are.
It wasn't even intentional. The third bit of news is about a game called Code Vein. It's another Soul-style game, but less of the Soul sort of difficulty, I think. It's one that I'm sort of curious about. It's sort of also Japanese-ish as well.
So more Japanese than Souls. This is definitely your realm of expertise then.
Yeah, it's something that I'd be curious about.
Anything with a slant.
Well, it actually got set. My original story was that the release date was going to get announced today, and obviously by the time we're recording this, the release date has already been announced. It's come out in September, end of September. September's set to be a good month, man. Yeah, because you've got Spider-Man, Rise of the new Tomb Raider game, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I can't
Spyro.
wait.
You've got this. I'm pretty sure there's a few couple games coming out in September, so September's going to be fucking, like... I hate to use the term, but it's going to be lit for games.
Yeah, it's going to be so
It's going to be so lit.
It's going to be legit now.
So yeah, September.
Oh, God.
September's
We've done it, haven't we? We've said legit, we've said lit. The only thing we're short of is doing a bottle flip and a dab.
Fuck. Don't say that. I've got a water bottle in my hands.
Don't.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't.
I'm going to drink from it instead.
Don't do it, James. Now, dab.
No. I must resist the dab. Anyway, next story. Avalanche Studios. They're a game studio that we know of. You've probably seen them make games before. It's probably one of those things where the logo's popped up at the start of the game. You're like, oh yeah, Avalanche, they do good games.
Yeah.
They make Just Cause and Rage, for one thing. They've been bought out by a company called Nordisk Film. Nordisk Film. And apparently, and it was just to say that nothing's going to change.
Good.
They've just basically been bought out, that's all. So things are going to carry on as normal. If this is Just Cause 4, like we said the other week, it was a rumour.
No.
That's probably in the works if it's a thing.
Yeah.
Rage 2, we already know is a thing from Bethesda.
Yeah.
So yeah. The next bit is something is a trailer I want to show you dead quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to pause it again, real quick. Not doing the pee break, not doing the sound effect. We're just going to pause it and jump right back in after I showed Liam this trailer dead quick. So. And yes, we are back. So, Liam, I've just showed you a trailer for an indie game called Reborn, which has been taglined inspired by Silent Hill, which is obviously, as we know, the PT game that unfortunately fell through. What do you think it looks like? How do you think it looks like?
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
As you said as well, it's very Doom-like.
Yes, because weapons.
Not just the weapons. As I was watching it, I'm watching it and thinking, wow, this does actually look a lot like Doom.
But more horror.
But a lot more horror. It's not so much action, jumping, killing, smashing, ripping. Mm-hmm. It's like It looks like if I played that game, I would be shit scared to move out of a spot I know safe.
Yeah, I see. That's what I mean. This is, as I've said multiple times, this is the kind of horror game I'd go for because it's definitely the intense atmosphere and all the jump scares and like what's around the corner kind of thing.
But you can
I have
fight
a weapon.
back.
Yeah, I can fight back.
Yeah.
Because as I say, don't get me wrong, the stuff we played before, like Layers of Fear, the Amnesia games, which I may play at some point, they might be very good games, but I don't want to play them unless I can
I
fight
need
back.
to make you play a game called Outcast then.
Outlast.
Outlast. I said
Yeah,
Cast.
I know
Why did I
Outlast.
say Cast? I don't know.
You can actually get all 3 Outlast games on the PS4.
Well, we're gonna get them, and
God.
you're gonna play them.
Oh god.
I've played
Don't make
1
me
and
do
2.
it.
I haven't played number 3
Don't
yet.
make me do it. I know it's not like 3. There's
I will Jason Momoa you.
God damn it. There's Outlast 1, which is
Yeah.
Outlast. Then there's Whistleblower. Mm-hmm. And then there's, just 2. It's not like 1, 2, and 3. It's 1,
That's
side
what I mean.
off, 2.
I've played. That's what I mean. I've played 1. I played Whistleblower. I haven't played 2 yet. Mm-hmm. So me and you need to play 2 and just
cry.
Just make sure you wear your brown pants.
I have brown pants. I'm going to buy brown pants.
Buy brown pants.
And wear them. But yeah, that Reborn, I think it looks pretty good.
It looks amazing.
At the minute, I think it's only a computer game, a PC game though. It's only out on Steam. If it's popular enough though, they might get a console release. We'll see.
I mean, I can understand. It should do. It should get a console release.
Yeah.
Because that does look amazing.
It does look really good. As I say, guns, I'm alright. Guns, horror game where I can fight back. I'm all for that.
I don't mind a horror game where I can fight back with a gun. I hate them where I've only got a bat.
Or your legs, so you can run away.
Oh yeah, you've got to run away.
Basically, yeah. Next bit of news is some rumours from E3. These are just like things people have like found that may happen, may not happen. These first 2 are sort of not. They've not been announced. I don't know where these rumours have come from specifically, but they've sort of been teased that in the Sony press conference, in between the mentions of the 4 big games, they're going to mention or at least announce the Bloodborne 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn 2, I think.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand both those games getting sequels because Bloodborne did pretty well financially. Horizon Zero Dawn, it won loads of Game of the Year awards.
But I don't think it done well financially, you know.
Oh no, it did.
Did it?
I think it
I
did.
didn't think
I've got a copy upstairs actually. I've not even played it yet.
So I mean, I don't think I've ever heard anything
It
massive about it. You know what I mean?
And before God of War came out, that was like the go-to game for PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least what everyone said. So I can understand why there'd be sequels, but until they're officially announced, again, pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Pinch of salt.
Yeah.
The next bit you saw a minute ago, and you were very surprised about. Mortal Kombat 11 might be a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember the proper exchange word for word, but someone asked the guys who make Mortal Kombat on Twitter, like, "Oh, are we going to see a new game?" or something along those lines. And he replied with like, something like, you know what would be cool? ... question mark. But the cool was spelled with a K.
Yeah.
So that's why people are like, is that a tease? Is he teasing Mortal Kombat?
Is he taking a piss?
Or is he just misspelling things like a dickhead?
Or has he just got dyslexia?
Maybe that too. So that's why Mortal Kombat 11 might be a thing. But we'll see.
Okay, let's have a quick little thing on this dead quick.
Okay.
They started introducing new characters to, like DC, like DLC characters to the Mortal Kombat franchise. Like you had Kratos, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael.
Wasn't Alien at one point?
Alien and Predator were one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you put in as a DLC character?
DLC character, who would I put in? Oh god. Well, my first initial thought is just the new Kratos.
Yeah.
But then they've used old Kratos, so I don't know if they'd do that again.
No, I don't think they would.
But as for a new one, I don't know. See, Mortal Kombat's not a franchise that to be honest, to be blunt, not a franchise I give a shit about.
Fair enough. It's a franchise that's close to my heart, I'll admit that one.
That's entirely fair. So I couldn't really say that, yeah, here's someone you should throw into it.
No,
but
just in your own personal opinion, if you could choose anyone, who would it be? I'm more picking your brain.
Then yeah, I would just say new Kratos. I'm
Fair
trying to think of big, beefy fighter characters from recent releases.
Yeah.
And the only one that comes to my mind is Kratos. So.
Do you know who I would love to see in there for comedic effect? For nothing other than comedic effect.
Go on.
I would love to see a Conor McGregor character in there. I would just love to see that. Some sort of Conor McGregor.
You know the UFC have actual games, right?
Yeah, I know, but the shit.
Okay, fair enough.
They are, like, legitimately shit.
Okay.
But no, how funny would that be? Just, like, imagine, like, the way they have that little conversation bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
Between the two characters. Can you imagine Johnny Cage and Conor McGregor's?
Imagine it being a very odd exchange.
That's what I mean. He'd be like, I'm going to kick your ass and do it stylishly. And then Conor would be like, you do fucking nothing.
I'm also curious as to what Conor McGregor's fatality would be. Would he rip off someone's like waist? Would he rip out the waist bone, saying like, yes, this is your ultimate belt. It's my belt now.
Just like, yeah, just give me your belt.
rip the waist bone out, as they do.
Oh, fucking hell. Or it's done with with one of them trolleys.
Yeah. So yeah, that's rumours and stuff. The next bit, I heard this as a story, but then it also a bit kind of conflicts with something that's just been announced. Because Destiny 2 Forsaken, which I think is DLC, sort of like all that Taken King bollocks was with the first Destiny game, that got announced the other day, and everyone's buzzing over that because people really like the look of it. But apparently Bungie have said they're going to work on something new that isn't Destiny. Because they've actually just been bought out by... Oh, no, sorry, not bought out. They've just been given like $1.5 billion from some Chinese company. They now have like a minority stock, minority sharehold bollocks company stock thing.
I just want to know what this company's called that's lent them the money from China.
It's something like Neo Geo.
Oh, see, no,
it's not fun.
It would have been something. It would have been something funny. That would have been cool. Like, we wend what's our money.
Oh my god, no. Yeah, so that's the thing as well. They're going to work on something besides Destiny, which I think is good because I played both Destiny games. I wasn't thrilled by them. People still swear by them, obviously, but I'm not thrilled by them.
Me again. If it's running up walls and jumping off things and all that.
All space shooters, you're like, nah.
Just go and play Halo.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
And to me, that's just how it all seems now. Any space shooter just seems to try and be Halo, in my opinion.
Yeah. The next bit
Fight
is... Some people might. The next bit is a bit of an odd one.
Let's go.
Sony have said they're going to announce games before E3. Yeah, see, that face you just pulled, Daniel Lake's face was like, wait, what? But this is what someone said online, that this is probably just to get them out there announced before the big hype of E3 comes around and squashes them. Do you know what I mean?
I do, and
because if they get
if they
announce it during E3 and then say something major gets announced, this little one's gonna get pushed to the side. But Sony clearly have faith in these couple of games. Now it said on the news, on the thing I saw, it said 3, but then I watched another thing that specified that over the next 4 or 5 days they're announcing a new thing each day, like PlayStation, PSVR, all these kind of things along the next couple of days. Today, in fact, I think is the first one they're going to announce sometime today, later tonight, I believe. So we'll see about that. So that's what they're going to do. Yeah, before E3. Devil May Cry. Are you a fan of that series?
Oh, come on. You just have to ask me that. It's the most sexiest game ever.
I didn't like it.
No.
Oh, you're gonna hate this.
Fight me.
You're gonna hate me on it. You're gonna hate me on this one, but I actually like the fucking DMC one where he's a little younger. Oh god. Oh god. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Hang on.
Why is it always me?
This.
Why is it always me?
I don't know. You keep crossing your legs over the wire. Keep on
I
the
know.
wire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but
So technical difficulties,
Technical
folks.
difficulties, but-
Liam's leg fucked up.
Liam was very disapproving of my statement, and I actually prefer the DMC one.
It's not that I was
I'm not mad. I'm just I'm mad.
No, I'm not mad. I am just disappointed.
It's not that I didn't try like the original DMC games. I did. I bought the HD collection back on the PS3, and I just couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. I think I played about an hour's worth of it.
The soundtrack to it and everything was amazing.
Yeah, as much as I heard it was, yeah.
It was just like an
Again, only an hour
absolute...
worth of game, but I just wasn't keen. So this news that Devil May Cry 5 has been listed somewhere and has had a few details announced. Not, again, official, leak, rumours, pinch of salt, all this bollocks.
The salt guy.
Salt guy. DMC5 might be a thing. It's probably going to be a thing, anyway.
We should not say it in a bit.
Okay. So yeah, you're a fan of the series. Are you excited for that?
I am excited for that. I've been waiting for another game to come out. I didn't think they were going to bring it one because after obviously the reboot, even when he was younger and all, I was just it sort of dive bombed straight into it.
It wasn't so much that it was younger, was it? It was just a different Dante.
Yeah, it was just a different Dante, and it was just like, okay,
we're gonna do this.
is this how we're going with this now? Okay,
but some people liked it.
Yeah,
Some people, very few, a minority. But yes, that's a thing.
Singular person.
Just me, only me in the entire world. Only I bought a copy of that game.
Just you.
Just me liked that game.
No, I didn't say you were the only one that bought that game. It's just you were the only one that finished it and enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'd do it again.
Fucked hard.
Oh god.
I'm not mad. I'm just no. Get the fuck outside. I'm gonna kick your shit.
Okay, nearly there now. Last 3 bits of news. First bit of news. EA and Star Wars, they have a thing like game contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
The Battlefront games. Battlefield 2 rather. Battlefield. And everyone hated it. Is it Battlefield or Battlefront?
It was what the Star Wars. Star Wars is Battlefront.
Battlefront, yes it is. Battlefront 2 came out and everyone hated it because of the microtransactions.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Which they then fixed, sort of. Not really.
No, they
still have microtransactions in it. It's just it's not the same as it was.
Yeah, it's like no, we won't do microtransactions, but if you pay a little bit more, you can have this.
Yeah, I think it's all cosmetic stuff now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was like the scenario was someone was grinding for like 30 odd hours in game to earn Luke Skywalker as a playable character, whereas someone could throw down 20 quid and buy him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was the big controversy that
That's what I mean.
sparked all the microtransaction news.
It was
from
just
last
fucking
year.
stupid.
Because it is, microtransactions are dumb. They're entirely optional. But
That's
still
what I
dumb.
mean. They're entirely optional, but like it's so ridiculous. I mean, come on. If we're gonna go back to old school first person shooters or shooters in general, before microtransactions, you get to talk to anyone about Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and they will tell you it was a hard game. You had to grind. If you wanted that gold gun, you had to grind for that gold gun. Nowadays, kids wouldn't have a fucking clue what grinding is. The most they know about grinding is humping the fucking corner couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Half of them don't even play proper shooters. They play...
It also just, as I say, it just sort of like kicks the players in the teeth that can't afford these kind of things. You know,
It's
like
even
we're not
the
the richest fuckers going.
No, we're not. But I mean, not even if I had the money, I still wouldn't.
Yeah,
Because I don't see the point in it. It's like, why buy the game
to then keep paying more into it.
to keep paying more into it just to get the same stuff you can if you work for it if you're not on?
Yeah, it's taking the whole like actually playing the game element out of the game as well.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. But that's not the story here. The story is that they are working on another Star Wars game with EA
Aye.
that actually has, get this,
But they're...
a single player campaign. It's not online. Exactly. God, that was an awful noise. You fucking banshee.
I can go higher as well. I just kept
No,
that nice
don't.
for
Yeah,
you.
don't go on that. There's a fucking spike on the screen now. You just broke the microphone practically. Yeah. So a new Star Wars game by EA, which actually has a campaign.
Well, whilst
Not
we're,
online.
so it's not online. It's an actual single player.
I think there may be online elements, but there is actually a campaign.
Well, keeping in theme with the Star Wars. Good.
Good. Kept that going. Okay, nearly
She
there now.
rolls over to you. Was it good for you? Good.
with the intake of breath. Good.
Right,
we're losing this. We're losing this, Liam. Come on, we're losing this. We're losing this, Liam. We're losing this. We're nearly there now. Okay, so.
Do you remember last week when you done this on your
God.
own?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you know how straightforward and strict it was, and how well balanced and behaved and structured it was?
And then you came crashing back through the door.
I'm just like an abusive boyfriend that you can't leave.
God damn it.
I know he can change. He only hit me because of the terrorists.
Oh, God. Okay, pulling it back. Last year, Square Enix said that they're working on a Marvel game, like an Avengers project. They didn't announce anything else apart from that, and it's been made by, come on, stay focused. Stay focused with me. It's being made by Eidos Interactive, the ones who make Tomb Raider and stuff. They're working with Square Enix to make an Avengers game. Now, it's been said, do you remember the Ultimate Alliance games? Yes.
Vaguely.
You remember them by name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently this is a sort of Ultimate Alliance 3, but not Ultimate Alliance because there's, technical reasons they can't do that. But that's where they're going with it in a sort of thing. It's like an Avengers Ultimate Alliance. Nothing more than that's been said. Hopefully we'll find out something E3 next couple of days that we might get more about it. We'll see. And then the last bit of news is a bit of a two-parter. Warner Brothers are teasing something. Some kind of. Stay with me on this. Stay with me. Don't you die on me. Are teasing to announce something tomorrow, the 7th, June 7th.
Oh.
But then today, someone at Game Informer, an editor at Game Informer, I really like Game Informer. I'd like to work there one day. Said that Rocksteady are making a Superman game, or has teased that Rocksteady are making a Superman game.
Didn't they try and make a Superman game like on the PS1, PS2, and it just...
They've made a load of different companies have made different Superman games.
Yeah.
All of them have been
They've
pretty terrible.
all tanked.
They're all pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But we know how Rocksteady are with these superhero games, like with Batman and such. But they're going to try and do Superman, which...
I mean, I've got confidence in it.
I have, yeah. I think if anything, Rocksteady's earned that confidence from us with the previous Arkham games. So we'll see. But
that's the thing, it's like... Obviously, Batman can't fly. He's got no actual superpowers. How are they going to do this with... Are they going to sponge Superman's powers?
I have heard that, yeah. I have heard they're going to sort of nerf him a little bit.
That's what I mean. What's the point then?
For, like, story purposes, though. We'll see. Again, this is a more... Imagine the Salt Guy.
It's the Salt Guy, but... God.
So hopefully... It might not even be a game that Warner Brothers are going to tease tomorrow. Or teasing for tomorrow.
It's a film?
I don't know. It just says WB. Oh, wait, no, actually, no. Actually, I'm wrong on that. It is actually Warner Brothers Games teasing this, so yeah, it probably will be.
A game.
It will definitely be a game of some magnitude being shown off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, before E3. So. But that is the last bit of news. We finally got there in the end. Finally got to the end of this fucking news. God damn it. I need to stop making so much news stories. Jesus.
Good.
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 Anything else you want to throw out there, Liam, before we sign off for today?
I'm just trying to think, because,
No.
there's nothing really spontaneously Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, something came up.
Yeah.
What she said.
Want to sit on my lap and talk about the first thing that pops up?
A molestation charge.
I still got laid.
Go on, what were you going to say? Or have you forgotten it?
No, we all know. Well, you know me. I like the Days Gone game that's getting released.
You've mentioned it pretty frequently.
Only.
I'm pretty sure you've mentioned it the last 3 times you've been on here.
Yeah, it's one of my.
You're looking forward to it.
I'm so looking forward to it. It looks better every time I look at it.
Okay.
It just looks amazing.
Okay.
I got to see it. I got to see the first hour of gameplay. Oh my god, it's actually like a zombie game that we've been waiting for.
Okay.
To an extent.
Okay.
Yeah, this way I'm going to put it down, sorry.
Go on.
It feels too Left 4 Dead-ish.
What, fast-paced, first person?
It's fast-paced.
4-player, co-op?
That's what I mean. It's fast paced, which I don't like.
Well, we've seen that. We've seen the zombies in them. They're all quite...
Yeah, they are.
They're very World War Z zombies.
Yeah, the more World War Z zombies.
Which is actually a game,
yeah,
by the way.
which is actually getting. Is it game made? Is it being made?
No, it's being made.
Yeah, it's being made.
We showed off a trailer for it already.
Yeah, it looks really good though.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm into that game, aren't I? So. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's just it's starting. It's like it's doing so well for me, and then that just sort of like. It's a very nitpicky thing, but for me, it's like no. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah. No. Superman game no good. But yeah, that's pretty... For me, it's just one of them. I hope they don't ruin it by doing too much to it. Does that make sense?
No, I get it.
So yeah, that's all I've got really.
That's fair.
That's more of an opinion than a news story, but...
Yeah, okay. Well, either way, that is it for this week. Another week down, another shitload of news.
Yeah.
We should mention a little bit about this E3 plan. Now, the plan is, we've yet to test this out, but the plan is we're going to try and stream this weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to stream our reactions to the conferences. We're going to stream streams.
Yeah.
That's how I've worded it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work...
Oh, as Liam said that. I streamed a stream of time gone.
Yes, you did. You admit that openly. If that doesn't work and we don't get the chance to do that, through it be just like commitment, time constraints, other commitments, or just a case of I just can't do it because I don't know how to fucking do it. My PC's not the best. It works, but it's not the best. If that doesn't work, we will dedicate a special podcast next week to everything that's gone on.
Yep.
We'll in our own time, we'll sit and watch the conferences.
Yeah.
Make any notes we want to make, and we'll do an entire sort of special podcast next week about E3.
Aye.
If the stream fails.
If the stream fails.
So basically we have a plan for both contingencies.
Yeah.
So, but that is all for this week. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Give us a follow if you like it. Give it a like. If you follow us, please do. We're going to open up our own Facebook page soon. Keep an eye on the description, and hopefully by next week we'll have a page set up. Might even get on YouTube soon.
Ooh.
We'll see. We're just
branching out, people.
We're just waiting on some stuff to sort that all out.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for listening. And
the game?
Yes, the game. Everyone just lost it. The whole goddamn world just lost it.
The whole goddamn 7 people that listen, but yeah, the world.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you say you listened to last week's podcast?
Yeah.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Not all of it.
You cheeky sod.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even listen to all of ours.
Well, neither do I, but still. It's beside the point. We should be listening to these things.
We should. We could.
But we
don't.